Hello.
Hello. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Stephen.
Morning. That was groovy, wasn't it? Nice little intro there, Stephen.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's not doing it properly.
I'm enjoying making them. It's quite cathartic, really, because you put together the video and the music, and good fun. And people are using them, which is even better. So let's remove the, because this is episode 236. Doesn't time fly? I'm going to that as well. Until Peter arrives. So good morning and welcome to Blabbing for Britain, episode 236. How are things in Solihull, John?
Wet again, I'm afraid. But other than that, it's all right.
And it's over to Stoke. How are things in Stoke, Stephen?
Wet, windy, cold, but it's going to get better apparently, and yeah, confidence is high, as they say.
Right, and in wonderful Wiltshire, the sun is trying to come out. I said trying; it's hidden behind multiple clouds at the moment. Say good morning to Kelly. Kelly, good morning. Welcome. Right, I want to start with an incredible story, if I can find it. Just give me a second. And it's a story of Mr. Grayling. You couldn't make this stuff up, could you? Really?
If I knew what he'd done, I would be wonderful. You'll have to tell me the story.
All right.
I haven't even looked at the news.
Just let me change the layout, and then we're not hiding Stephen. So I'm going to go to there and to there. That's better. Right. Okay. How do we spell this? There is an important committee, the Security Committee, which is an Overwatch committee for UK security. It's very hush-hush, top secret, and it keeps everybody in the security industry on their toes. And our Prime Minister decided that he would have his man as the chairman of this committee of 9 people, and 5 Conservatives, 3 Labour, and 1 other, SNP, I think. And so he pushed for Mr. Grayling to actually become the chairman. The vote was yesterday, and it has to be said that you'd expect the 3 Labour people and the SNP guy to actually vote against Mr. Grayling, but there was a second nomination, and when the second nominated person voted for himself, he became chairman, thus upsetting Boris's apple cart. Stephen?
The real story is that Chris Grayling is the most incompetent minister that the UK has seen, God knows when. He's the one who bought a company, or gave a company a contract for ferry services.
Yeah.
Well, it's less, and the figures don't really matter, do they? Let's say it's £25 million, but they didn't have any boats.
Nope.
And he's responsible for the privatisation and then the what do you call it? Nationalisation of the prison services.
Yep.
At a cost to the taxpayer of many millions. He is completely and utterly useless. And that Boris, I think you can be the chair of the Intelligence Committee. Now, I'm guessing that the security services themselves are thinking, that'll do for me. Put Grayling in charge, yeah, we'll run rings around him. Oh, and there'll be no oversight, so we can do what the hell we like. But then, because Boris is the most incompetent Prime Minister we've ever seen, he even manages to F that up. So it's just another, you won't believe this, moment in this bloody weird world.
This is a very weird world, isn't it? So there you are, John. You're up to speed.
Trumpian.
You can't believe it. It's just crazy. I mean, the things that they're trying to do and trying to push through on the QT, awarding contracts and
Yeah, billions of pounds worth of contracts going to Mr. Cummings and his mates without, what's the word? Without bidding, without scrutiny,
Tendering.
without tendering. Yeah. I mean, one day he'll get his comeuppance, and it'll probably be 4.5 years' time, but he will get his comeuppance. I mean, when they eventually run this, in quotes, independent inquiry into what's gone on with the coronavirus response, he is going to just be shown for the liar and the complete incompetent that he is. And did you see? And I mean, I only saw snatches of it, but Keir Starmer said to him yesterday, "Are you planning for the forthcoming second wave of coronavirus, which will probably come in the winter? And you got a plan in place?" And because there's been some problems, haven't there, with track and trace? And what did he come back with? "Oh, don't be such a destructor of confidence. Don't be such a," and he's probably using his Latin nonsense. And then Starmer says, "Have you read the report that was generated?" And I am aware of the report. So he's a complete, utter clown, an absolute clown. But he's in charge.
He is in charge.
Well, sorry, Cummings is in charge, and then happy days.
Well, Cummings is going to look at the military, isn't he? Next, that's his next target.
For para, allegedly. I mean, this may be just fake news, but they're talking about removing the parachute regiment to. I can't remember what it was for. What's Cummings up to? He's trying to do cyber stuff. I'm not sure.
It's beyond me.
He's in charge, isn't he? He's in charge.
Right. John, you have a new look. You have a new look this week.
Doesn't he just?
I mean, my 5mm long beard as opposed to my 4-inch long beard. Yeah.
You do look. Somebody commented and said you look 10 years younger, and it's true. You do.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I now look 65 instead of 75. Is that right?
No, you could pass for being in your 50s, John. Don't knock it.
I was moved to go, whoa, dude, on Facebook. John, it was a very, very good bit of styling that you went through. Very good. Well done.
The beard was hacked by myself and took me far longer than I anticipated.
You did a good job. Good job, mate. Proud of you.
And the barbers did my hair. Sandra did my hair. Who else does my hair? Although I had to get an appointment.
Yeah, we all have to get appointments. You can't just turn up.
Well, that's not accurate, because my hairdresser is upstairs at the moment, and I'll probably go under the scissors.
You still had to get an appointment. You still had to sit in the chair when she came down and sorted you out.
True, but she's quite flexible when it comes to.
I saw her she's got a traditional barber's pole she puts outside the shop, and I saw her putting it away as I was driving past. So I pulled over, nibbed back and said, "Can I make an appointment?" And she said, "What time tomorrow?" And I said, Oh, I was expecting next week. We settled on 2:00.
Right, let's catch up with the comments and over to Kelly. And Kelly's saying it's going to be wet in Sarnia today. It's been 34 degrees there and much needed rain. We're looking forward to 34 degrees, aren't we, at some point?
Something nice next week, but I doubt if we'll get 34. That sounds marvellous.
Right. And we say good morning and welcome, Trish. It's good to have you watching us live. Welcome from everybody. And over to Kelly, who's saying hello to Tish and Corinda. And Corinda is saying, I was interviewed yesterday about radio, about broadcasting. Good. If you've got a link, Corinda, please drop the link in. And okay, you look good, Job. No, it's John. John. That's John. John looks good. And Corinda's saying he looks 50. But you're not. You're much younger than that. And over to Kelly, because the comments are coming thick and fast. Right, okay, this is probably comment of the day. You look less like a woodsman, John. Shall we sing the Lumberjack song? Nope.
No.
Perhaps not.
There's no intention ever to look like a woodsman. So
No, okay. And Kelly did say 10 years younger. Brilliant. Okay. Now then, what else is going on? Interestingly. Right. Okay, let's go with this one first. TikTok. Do you TikTok or not?
No, far too old.
All right, so it's a young person's thing. I tried to get Gospel to explain it to me last week because she's on there. She's got 2,000 people watching her videos and she's happy. But you've got to be slightly wacky, I think, to actually succeed there. But the US and UK is considering banning TikTok. This is part of the war with China, which is a trade war. Okay. John, you have a Huawei phone, do you not?
Samsung
All right.
S20 Plus these days.
All right.
I've gone back to Korean.
All right. Do you think the Huawei decision is the right one, Stephen?
Yeah. Not a shadow of a doubt. If our security services are saying don't do it, then that's good enough for me. Whether it's a tactic in the trade war that's going on, frankly, that doesn't interest me. If the security services are saying it's a threat to national security, then that's it. We do what they say. And they've given them 7 years to get off, haven't they? But it makes me, I mean, frankly, it makes me feel good because somebody's got to hold the Chinese government to account over the couple of 3 or 4 pandemics that have been caused by them. So it makes me feel good emotionally, and actually Sue's phone's up for we're going to get a new phone, and we found a Swiss or Swedish phone. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it ain't Chinese or East Asian, so we're going to go with that. Didn't even know it existed.
Yeah. America's looking for a new phone this weekend.
I've still got my Huawei, and normally my phone goes to Celia, but she's got an S7, and that's all she does is make calls, so it doesn't really matter. So that's now going to live in my stabilizer for video use.
Missed it there, John.
Sorry?
I missed the phone.
Oh, it's just a phone. you can't see anything on it, but it's good for taking videos. And so before I used to have to worry about whether I was going to get a call in the middle of doing a video, but now that can live in the stabilizer. Can't remember how you pronounce the name. And then I can take videos and have no worries about incoming phone calls and all the things that used to spoil making videos.
Now, no sooner does Corinda say no Peter today, then we have a Peter today. Hello, Peter.
Good morning. I was just wondering if I was being cancelled, cultured. I've been sitting in there for ages.
We've got carried away talking.
Cancel culture.
What is it, Peter? What is cancel culture?
When the left don't like anything the right says, they cancel them, but they don't like it when they get it back. And it was a TikTok one. I'm going to tell you about this. It was a TikTok. You probably don't see it because the mainstream media wouldn't. A woman said, "I'm going to stab you."
Slow down, mate. Slow, Peter. Just calm down. Slow.
You need a haircut, Peter. Go and get a haircut.
Oh, well, that's another story. But anyway, woman comes on. Black woman comes on, says, if anybody mentions all life matters again, I will stab you, and I will stab you, and I will stab you. So people wrote to our boss saying, she shouldn't be saying things like that. She got the sack. And she was on crying why she got the sack. Well, touche. Be careful what you wish for. Okay? Works both ways.
Once again,
now,
what actually is cancel culture?
Cancel culture, I've just told you. If you
no, you haven't. You've gone off on a rant as you always bloody do.
When people don't like, especially from the left, if they don't like what you're saying, just ask David Starkey what it is. He got cancelled. Look at a lot of other people that have been cancelled. Laura Loomer in the United States has been cancelled by certain people. And they all seem to be conservatives, funny enough, that get cancelled that I've seen so far. And if they don't want you there, they get you cancelled and they go after your jobs too. But it's backfiring. It's backfiring because those that give it out certainly don't like it when they get it back. Anyway, where's that Black Lives Matter statue? Oh, it's been taken down overnight. Did you know that?
It's been warehoused, Peter. It's not been destroyed.
No, it's been taken down.
In the dead of night. It came down the way it went up.
But the council. The council took it down.
The council got it, yeah. So that's that story gone. And
it's the same with Banksy. Oh, yeah, you're good. Don't spray people's trains inside. Who are you? If we get hold of you, you're getting prosecuted. Haircut. I says, I'll get a haircut this morning. Scotland opened up. And 8:30 in the morning, I've never seen such a queue for hairdressers. And later on in the day, I didn't go. I says, I'll get it in a week's time when it's all died up. I went into the city centre. I was doing some work. 2 Turkish barbers across each other. And they both had queues about half a mile long. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. People dying for a haircut. Hope they don't die for a haircut. But they were all masked up. Now, that's me out of breath. So I'll let you come back.
See, we've got an appointment system in the UK, in England. You don't queue. You turn up at an appointed time. You're seen straight away. It's a lot simpler.
Yeah, the women are doing appointments, but yesterday the barbers just opened. It was first come, first served. And they were lining out outside. In my city, anyway. Right.
Okay. And Claire's saying, good morning, everyone.
Right,
and morning, Claire. Over to Grinda. What happened in Malaysia now? Do you know anything about what's happening in Malaysia? We'll perhaps come back to that.
What's happening in Malaysia?
And Peter is starting strong. You're also okay.
Have you seen the news overnight?
What news is that, Stephen?
Twitter hacked the accounts of Apple, Elon Musk, the Orange Monster, and many other verified accounts got hacked. Don't know who by, but it was the messages that were coming out from those accounts were to do with Bitcoin. And the upshot is that Trump is currently silenced, so his bile and invective and general nastiness isn't coming out at the moment.
Why?
It's a positive side effect. I mean, the message, the hacked accounts showed a message which says, send us $1,000 and we'll send you $2,000 back.
China.
Oh, not Russian or North Korean.
I think President Trump and all that committee should sit down and look at social media and really get it sorted out. I think there's an actual monopoly.
There isn't. This is, well, apart from where we're being censored, we're doing fine.
What? No. So we've got Facebook, we've got Twitter, we've got LinkedIn, we've got Instagram.
Yeah.
Which one of those is the majority one? Which one of them is the?
Well, look at just look at Project Veritas. I'm not saying anything else. I've asked these two to watch it. You go and look at it as well.
Okay. Have you had a look at Project Lincoln?
No, I'll look at it.
You've not seen the Lincoln Project yet?
Pardon?
Have you seen the Lincoln Project yet?
No, but I'll look at it for you.
Oh! If I was you, I wouldn't, Peter. I wouldn't.
And if I'll send you links and you look at them too.
Yes, okay, with pleasure. Have you seen the Republicans against Trump videos?
No, I haven't.
This is interesting because you
probably. I'm surprised because the mainstream media would be showing them.
No, I'm guessing that you're watching you're watching the supremacist and Republicans and Trumpian side, and I'm watching exact opposite. You know, all the Biden stuff and the Democrat stuff, and I somehow think that I'm getting more out of them than you are, because it's all the Lincoln stuff is positive about what's going to happen when we bin Trump, or when they bin Trump. Yet your side of the fence is all about this, like his speech the other day. It's all about control and.
Yeah, but the Democrats will say, "That's it, get the borders opened." They'll get it. No, all you've got to remember is tick that X. It says Democrat. We'll live in Rocksley, and you live in poverty, and you'll go into meat factories and work there. And you can kill up to 2 people before we do anything about it. Okay, but remember, X for Democrat.
Okay. I for one wouldn't live in America.
No, really.
Very good, very good American friends, and it's I don't have a problem people-wise, but in terms of at the moment, I mean, we think until the investigation is done, we don't know. We think our government got it wrong at the beginning, but in the USA, with 50 states all having their own way of doing things, it's a recipe for chaos, isn't it? In relation to COVID, and it's sad. It's sad because
what is wrong. Minneapolis is asking the federal government for money. He says, "No, you let them wreck it. You find the money for it. You let them take over and shoot people and everything. Why should we carry the bill because you couldn't control the area?" Silence.
Stern silence. Let's find a comment. Get one from Corinda. Okay, Twitter needs to be banned because too much bad stuff on Twitter. Forget about TikTok being banned. They need to ban Twitter. No, right, okay. I've got this. With the exception of John, would we notice if Twitter was banned? Stephen?
Yes.
Yeah. Because like Peter, I don't trust any of the mainstream media. I mean, maybe an exception of Channel 4, but Peter will disagree about that. But you get to me, the issue is not so much about news; it's about opinion. I don't trust the BBC to have an impartial opinion on what's going on, and the ones that do talk, I'd rather listen to Peter's opinions than I would the BBC.
Well, the thing is,
and I get all my opinions about what's going on from Twitter, from the people who are on Twitter, like Glenn Kirshner, or who's the other one that we get, the ex-Attorney General that Trump sacked. Anyway.
Which one?
The first one he sacked. Oh, God, what's his name?
He sacked a few.
Yeah, true. But did you see also, who was the Jeff Sessions, the original Attorney General, when he came in and tried to sort of suck up to Trump, and got sacked by him eventually. And he was up in a Republican primary in Alabama, and he got creamed by another Republican, so he's not going to get the nomination for the Senate come November. And he feels a bit aggrieved, I think, because Trump said, "You got to vote for Jeff, and it was like a kiss of death. There's a meme or a hashtag ETTD. Everything Trump touches dies.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's almost entertainment. And we've taken to watching a History Channel show called The West Wing about America's best ever president, Jed Bartlett. I don't know if you remember that from your history books.
Lefties.
It's a documentary, Peter.
Yes, it's a real life. You know, it's before Obama and I think just after Clinton.
Yeah. Always lefty stuff. Fairy tale program. I'll tell you what I watch. I'll tell you what.
Calm.
No, I watch Twitter. I watch what we're on just now, Facebook. I like Facebook. I use it for marketing. I watch Parler. That's everybody that's been kicked off Twitter and things. Parler. I watch that. And I also go on to, what's that other one called? Telegram. And I watch everything that's on. And what I do a lot of my time is I watch the Facebook videos scrolling up and down. And you'll see left, right, and centre coming up with different videos. So that's why I've got a balanced approach. Because I see everything going on.
Balanced in what way, Peter?
The truth.
How about we change the topic, because this is boring.
Yeah.
Change the topic.
Stoke might be safe.
As long as it's not cricket or football.
We're not talking cricket for the moment, Peter. You're okay for a week or two.
Yeah.
Um,
Although the cricketer has been banned, did you see that? Because he got COVID. He broke the COVID rules. You see it?
right.
That was his moment.
Let's change topic.
Oh,
The government has bought Ashford. Well, no, not bought the town of Ashford. They've actually bought the Brexit park outside Ashford for tens of thousands of lorries to park up whilst waiting clearance to go across the English Channel from the 1st of January onwards.
okay.
So it's not costing us anything at all, really. We've just paid out millions for the land, and
It'll all go well. Don't worry, Peter.
well, Peter's told us we're going to be better off.
Yeah.
But listen, you've got to give it time to work, folks. Remember the spider when Robert Bruce was watching it and it came down and it went up and it came down and it went up. Try again. Don't deem it to be a failure right in the beginning. Give it a chance. All we are saying is give it a chance.
If the preparation was going swimmingly, Peter, then yes. I mean, none of us want to land in the SH1T, but at the moment it's very difficult to see how we're not going to.
Was that a John Lennon moment from you there?
Yeah. The thing is,
All we are saying is give.
I'm fed up with the doom-mongers in this country. So, what if this has got to happen and this and this? Oh, the money's going to go. It didn't. The monetary union didn't go to pot last time. I wouldn't have liked them into trenches with those liberals. You think we should go over the top? I don't know. Should you? Oh, I don't know. Let's watch the poor people go over first and see if they're killed.
That's a conservative view, Peter.
Don't riff off. Put them over first, because that's the guys that keep this country going. They were the ones that went over the trenches. Not 35 mile back going, go here now, go there now.
Pete, shut up.
It's taken 236 episodes. Okay. I'm not going to find anything we can all agree on today because Pete's in fighting mood.
Why did they cut your ears off?
They didn't cut my ears off. They lowered them.
You see the picture?
They're still here, look, Peter.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're hearing me.
Have you got a nice good news story from John?
Yeah, just positive.
Parliament has to be refurbished at a cost of quite a lot, but it is a national monument, and they have to move somewhere. and Boris has suggested that they should take up residency in York for the 5 years it's going to take to refurbish the Houses of Parliament.
What a great idea.
Why? Where will they go in York?
Well, they've got.
Somewhere.
They should just take a hall at the NEC. Be in the middle of the country.
No, I think it's a
I'll
good
go
idea.
with John on that.
You'd have it in the middle of the country.
Yeah. Birmingham.
You see,
The centre of England is less than 2 miles from the NEC.
there you go. What an excellent idea. But is it the centre of Britain?
But it's the English Parliament. You've got your own, the Welsh have got your own, and Northern Ireland's got their own.
Yeah, well, there's a chap there looking to get their own English Parliament too. I don't know if you've heard of them.
There's a few of them. They want to base that in Yorkshire as well.
English Democrats, that's who they are. They're demanding the right to have their English Parliament. I feel sorry for the English, because if everybody else got their Parliament, why shouldn't the English not have their own Parliament, dealing with English problems, English ways of working, and then we go to the UK for other things like defence and stuff like that.
Oh, my God. Isn't that the federal and state system they have in the USA?
Yeah, I think that would be great. I would go for that. Would you?
It makes it more complicated. Do you believe the English Parliament or the UK Parliament or?
Well, it's happening now because every time England makes an announcement, I have to then forget and go and look at the Scottish announcement. It's a joke.
You can't join on cam because there's only space for 4, and there's 4 of us here.
That's Corinda. This is one of the shows where we have all 4 seats taken.
Yeah.
Permanent residents, you named on your chair.
Stephen Salt go because he hasn't been turning up, so he's staying.
Any good news from Scotland, Pete?
It's a nice day.
Good.
And I am mega busy. I've done a job before I come here, and it's been great. My staff have worked very well for me. The economy in my area is quite good, and the bars have opened, and so things are starting to get on top again. There's a bit of a different atmosphere, and there's also people on the roads again. But the only problem we've got is these people that refuse to wear masks and things in shops. In every house I've went to recently, there's only been a couple said, "Would you like me to wear a mask?" And I'll say, "If you don't mind it, because I've been shielding. I'm a type 2 diabetic." And they go and get a mask and wash their hands for me. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. It's quite interesting. So that's news from Scotland. And you'll hear my dog barking.
Are they back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got a week to go before we have to wear masks in shops.
Yeah.
But I think there's a mixed message on this because you've got to be consistent. Go in a shop and you've got to wear a mask. Okay. Mm-hmm. Go to work in an office and you don't.
Well, they're speaking to that.
Yeah.
How's Pete's teaching?
Is that you know the people you're going to work with in most cases.
Yeah.
If you go to the office.
Who might have met somebody who met somebody.
What you don't know is whether they've got COVID.
I've asked staff in the 2 shops I've been in since the announcement, which is Lidl and Aldi, what their thoughts are. And they say, it doesn't make any difference. We're quite happy for people not to wear masks.
Yeah.
But it's the law from a week on Friday, and it's £100 fine if you don't.
So I feel sorry for the shop people. Could you wear a mask, please? No, I'm not wearing one. Could you wear it, please? No. Out the shop. I've got asthma. I'll say, well, tell you what. We're getting the police, £100 fine, and if you fight it, you could be arrested for disturbance. That's what they've said.
Hang on. The shop near me, the lady was spat in her face. The police
been held for 10 years.
Think they're going to come for no mask?
Well, if they've got them on camera, a lot of people are getting caught after that event, but I think it's right. The police have said you ask them, they'll come, they'll arrest you. You got to have a camera. I'd say there's a lefty door. Say you spotting me. You better go and do a Ghislaine Maxwell because you're behind. They'll be after you. I've got you on camera. Ha ha ha! See you in jail.
What have you been on today, Pete?
Because life's annoying me with people thinking they come and do what they want and don't toe the line. I've told you we need an identity card for this country. Name Peter Stewart, national insurance. Okay, that's fine. Now, are you going to wear a mask or no? Yes, fine. Are you going to wear it? No. And then when they get it, they'll say name, yeah, no. Go into that tent. What tent's that? The dying tent. You're not spreading it. You'll be dying.
I'm not unhappy at wearing a mask. If I'm required to wear a mask, I will. But the people you're going into who are going to serve you don't want you to wear a mask. They would much rather be able to talk to a person and see their face.
Yeah.
So what's your point?
So are you all wearing masks?
Yeah.
You want to wear it?
I've got one in my coat pocket and I've got a spare in the car.
Well, can I tell you, £8 from Primark. I'm sorry, some young kid in Bangladesh or someone's had to make it, but £8 and it's the most comfortable masks I've had. Yeah, sorry, kid, but still had to use it.
Somebody rescue us, please.
Ow. We're stuck in a room with the four of us for the next 20 minutes with no option.
There must be something we can agree on that's uplifting and wonderful and
Okay.
We could talk about it looks like Stoke are going to survive.
It does. I mentioned it earlier, but it was completely and utterly ignored. But yeah, the 2 games to go, and so we're 5 points above relegation, which it's going to take a really bad run of results to knock us down, I think. Could happen, but...
And do you want to keep Mr. O'Neill?
Say again?
Do you want to keep Mr. O'Neill?
God, yes. I want to get rid of 90% of the players, though, but that won't happen.
Hey, listen, I just seen that. I'm a Brexiteer. I wear my mask.
And Burnley?
Helping people.
Over to our Burnley correspondent.
All right.
Life is good in Burnley. Life has never been better in Burnley. Since they came back, the lads have done good. And we're now 10th, and we're going to stay 10th.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Not only we're staying up, we're in top half of the league. Who'd have thunk it?
You're in our position. We were always 9th or 10th for about 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
What's the Villa up to, John?
I never watch. To be honest with you, I'm not really interested in football these days.
I must admit,
I would, having looked at the table last night, expect Villa to go down.
Oh, Christ.
Corinda's saying...
We're all watching the Baggies at the moment and worried about the only being 1 point difference between the Baggies and Brentford.
And does that mean you're 1 point above going down?
The Baggies are 1 point above Brentford with an equal number of games played.
Oh, Christ, you're in 19th position at the moment.
The Villa, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I've never really been a Villa fan. I just
I get that. I've got a mate who is a Villa fan, and I haven't seen him for years, but I always keep an eye out for the score. For where they are in the league, but they're in deep doo-doo.
Oh, I've been to Villa Park about 10 times, but I've never watched any football. I always go. They have lots of network meetings at Villa.
Yeah. I went to one about 8 years ago. Decent lunch.
Time out.
Bye. We seen.
Right, okay. Just on it, Corinda, Burnley played Wolves last night, and it was 1 apiece. All right, okay. Still looking for good news stories. I mean, you can't find good news stories. We've got COVID, we've got Brexit. It's difficult to find a ray of sunshine. Anybody found a ray of sunshine somewhere? Or if anybody's got anything about
The worst.
What about the Vogue editor being told to use the lorry loading bay?
What for?
He's black. He's also got an MBE, and when he came in the front door of the building, of which he is the executive in charge of the entire staff in the building, the security guard told him to use the loading bay.
Because
He's black. And he's not particularly pretty.
well, you see that goes in that sort of culture of hate, and many people in America are losing their jobs because they're doing that with black people.
The security guard did lose his job.
Well, quite right as well, because
it wasn't the man that he offended that sacked him. He ignored him and just went up in the lift.
We've got also some more good news completely opposite good news. The UK payroll has shrunk by 649,000 jobs in the last 3 months. And we're not at the end of, what do they call it, furlough yet? That's ending in October, I think.
It is, yeah.
It's going to get bloody horrible. It's horrible now, it's going to be even worse. So
and that doesn't surprise you. Look, you, we're the backbone of this country. We're out maybe employing a couple of people. We're out doing our own thing. Now it's the time to see your own, and don't lie back and take it. Go out and do something. Fight for interviews. Go out every day and do that. Don't sit back.
That's fine if you can even get an interview, Peter, because that's just.
I know a girl in Aberdeen, right? She got a job within 7 days because she made a website. And she's a funny girl, and she put things on there, and she stood out for the crowd, and she had a job within.
Pete, you're just ranting far too much today.
Yeah, the situation is not going to get any better. And the student says in October we're going to be in the mire, because there are going to be so many people who've been on furlough and not done anything wrong. They've been on furlough, and that's because their companies were not trading, Peter, not because they wanted to be at home. And when the compensation from the government stops, then the company's got to decide, do I open my doors or not? And a lot of companies, 800,000 according to the consortium of banks, 800,000 companies could well face closure.
Well, hey, listen, it's already hit me, because I've had a couple of customers phoning up and saying, Peter, we're going out of business.
I have good news.
Yes.
3 of my customers have come back from hibernation. We've reactivated the apps, and that's good news. Yeah, I knew there was some.
Very good. Well,
Yeah,
I've had customers that I've had to wish the best of luck. At least one of them phoned up and says, Peter, I can't pay you, I'm closing down. I says, best of luck to you. She says, I'll pay you for June. I says, don't bother paying me for June either. Best of luck. She says, thank you very much. And so I've made it up in other ways. We're getting other sorts of work out. And it's a time like this that you have to try and help each other out, you know.
I completely agree. Bloody hell, I completely agree with Peter. The time is 10:45 on the 16th of July.
You know, my delivery driver get everything here now, and I gave the guy a tenner. He couldn't believe it. I said, there you go, thanks very much. And he said, I said, that's okay. And little things like that I'm doing now. And for anybody to chase it, anybody now is going to be very. I've been talking down a job. It was a solicitor's house, and I says, "You busy?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "What do you do then?" He says, "My job's to chase money for properties that aren't getting paid at the moment." I said, "What's happening?" He says, "Unfortunately, they're chasing them for money now. They want their money now." And what a job! I says, "You busy with that?" He says, "A full day." Yeah, unfortunately. So there's a lot of dominoes going to fall.
Indeed.
Yeah. But it's quite strange because you know the sort of the London, Leeds, Manchester, Birmingham, where they got these amazing glass buildings and corporate headquarters for the banks and everybody. I'm pretty sure that, let's say, 50% of the employees don't want to go back to that way of working. They're quite happy to work from home, and they're the what do they call it? The real estate developers, is that what they call them?
Mm-hmm.
Who own these buildings are going to catch such a cold come October, because, as I said, why would you want to go back to meet other humans anymore?
But the problem is they've got 99-year leases and things.
I know. Sorry, yeah, that was what I meant.
So the companies
are always going to catch the. Sorry, John.
I said, fine. The companies all see that this could be a really good way of working for the future.
Yeah, yeah.
But how do they walk away from a 99-year lease that's still got 45 years on it?
They'll go
65 years on it.
They'll go into bankruptcy and start again the next day.
Well, they could liquidate a company, but not personal. But you know, it's funny. When I go out and I meet the people, I says, "Are you furloughed?" And they says, "No, we're working from home." I said, "How do you find that?" They said, "It's actually great to begin with, but we went out of the house now. We went back to meet people." I said, "That's interesting." Yeah. And these people, I says, "So how do they know you're working?" They says, "We've got a timer. Or no, you have to lock in." No TVs on or anything like that. It was quite amazing. I says, "I've lived like that for years." She says, "You're joking." I says, "No, that's how my business runs. I work from home and everybody." And so it's really one of the best things that's happened to me, although I'm putting myself at risk, is getting out and meeting the people again. It's like I was 27-year-old again. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I really have. Can you believe that?
Okay, we can believe you enjoy every day, Peter. It's just when you get on here.
Oh, I've got a rant somewhere.
All right, okay. And over to Kelly. Kelly's got a question. Does your country give people financial assistance does your country give financial assistance to people out of work because of COVID-19, like Canada does with CURB? We are assisting people, or our government is assisting people. Or our future selves are exist. We're actually at the moment supporting 13 million workers. Is it 13? I think it's 9 employed and 4 million businesses.
Yeah.
So 13 million are actually being supported at the moment, Kelly.
And as the Chancellor said, we just got back on the cusp of things after the war years and everything. And then something's happened all over again. We're going to be in debt for years, right? Our own debt, not borrowed from America this time. And yeah, I'll go back to Germany and say, remember what we let you off with before? We're wanting that money again. That's a joke.
Over to Kelly again. Kelly said in Canada, the government gave almost everyone unemployed like $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
I think
I would take that more than I make now.
Yeah. I think it was similar here, up on a scale.
Yeah.
Because if you were earning a tenner now, you weren't going to get 2,000.
No.
In Belgium, morning, Chris. In fact, Belgium, there's financial assistance to people out of work.
Yeah.
And good morning to Zafran. Big shout out. Right. Okay. Just a minute. There we go. We've got it. Big shout out to John Upton, looking young.
But where's Zafran from?
Zaf is the FSB guy for the Birmingham area.
And has he never visited Specsavers?
Pardon? I didn't hear what he said.
Specsavers.
What Specsavers got to do with it?
You said you looked young.
You knew you were going to get ribbed this morning, John.
with the long beard look.
He doesn't get my joke, does he? What do you think of me smooth shaving? And I'll let you into a secret. That's using a razor and a shaver, which I hardly use. I bought myself a shaver.
What, a electric shaver?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
It's not the same. Every so often is getting a cut.
No, it's I've not had one for years. I use a
No.
yeah.
I got like a good shave and manicured face.
Well, it's part of waking up in the morning.
Hey, guess what we're doing now and have done for the last 4 days? 7:15 every morning. Joe Wicks for seniors.
Oh, very good. Are you doing it? Oh, maybe. Can you see each other doing it?
No, it's a video. It's on YouTube.
Oh, it's just him. So yeah, I done shadow boxing,
Well, that's the fifth of the exercises.
but I got knocked out.
Is this a foreign language, John?
Joe Wicks is an internet sensation during COVID because he does these online workouts, and we get up every morning at 7:15 and we do the Joe Wicks workout for seniors, and it's 10 minutes of exercise, and it bloody works. I tell you, it works. So we're up for that.
Is that on live at 7:15?
No. It's canned. He's had about 4 million views so far.
Oh, I know he's had a lot of views. He's done well.
He's a really good guy. I like him.
Do you not think I've got thinner? I'm on a low carb, high fat diet now. Been for a while. And she was making my coconut chocolate squares tonight. Oh, going back to John, did you listen to that song? Come Share the Wine. That's the one from Helena. Beautiful song. That's the English version. Come Share the Wine. Al Martino done it.
Yeah.
Actually, looking at the four of us, I've decided that you look the oldest, Peter.
Get away, you fool! You need to go to Specsavers. The hair though.
Boots, mate. Boots, not Specsavers.
Don't go there. Go to my opticians in Stoke. Goodness sake.
Well, I'm going to my local opticians in future because I know the guy. I met him at singing. He says, "I'll get you 50% off."
Oh,
I said, "I'll come to you then, lovely jubbly. And I'll get the best of specs." Time is it 9:50? John is looking young as me.
Chris is in Antwerp in Belgium, and Chris is saying John is looking young and has made me lucky with the mention, so I could buy a good voiceover app. Do you want to just tell us about the voiceover app?
Yeah.
I have got the link, by the way. I've got the link.
I wish I'd never posted it. I've had so many bloody stupid direct messages of people who didn't read it.
Right. I didn't read it. You did. Right. Okay. Let's just talk about this as a
principle. It was fine. It was the others like, how long does this last? And I said, it said in big letters, this is just information. It's up to you what you do with it.
You can't give people a lifetime deal and then expect them to not ask questions.
It's a lifetime deal. That is the question, and we do not know the answer to that. To be honest, Stephen.
All right, okay.
Even if you have it for 12 months, that's $1.67 a month, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's not value for money. I mean, last time I was prepared to write the $20 off.
I'm fully expecting to have a decent implementation within the product.
Right.
Well within the 12-month period.
Okay.
Within NVIDIA.
Stephen,
I've been asked to do a voiceover. I've got my script. I just got to read it now several times, and then I can actually do it, and it will then appear on the Cambridge Historian. How's that?
Very good.
Well, I don't have a Cambridge accent, so I'm going to struggle with that one. But I don't think it needs a Cambridge accent.
You know what to do? Do it in that nice little voice over program you subscribe to and send me English gentleman A.
The thought did occur to me, but when somebody asks you to do a voiceover, it's presumably because they want your voice actually on the voiceover.
Yeah.
not create a voiceover, but do a voiceover. And that's me.
Lucky 50% man, isn't it? Oh, it's lucky 50% man, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was asked to do one in Aberdeen Harbour where the guy takes them out in a boat to see the dolphins outside Aberdeen. It says, but he stopped. I says, what would you say? I would say, strap in. I hope you've got your floating buoyancies because we might capsize.
Anyway, has been an event not very far from my house, less than a mile from my house, that's caused quite a lot of police activity around here. My mate went on holiday on Saturday, and somebody got murdered in the building he lives in.
Wow, he did.
On Sunday afternoon. Fortunately, he wasn't there, but it's on a hill with double yellow lines, and there were 23 vehicles parked on the double yellow lines. A combination of police and ambulance service.
Yeah.
And some poor lady got murdered by her boyfriend.
What's the country coming to?
If only we knew, Peter, if only we knew. If we knew what was really going on. We're allowed to let our imaginations run riot.
Yeah.
I just hope that things work out.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
So, Pete, when are you planning to retire?
That is a sore subject today.
I mean,
very sore
I've
subject.
already told you look the oldest, so you must be the first of us to retire.
I'd actually thought that I had some pension. I got a thing in from my pet. For some reason, when I was younger and difficulty, I stopped my pension. I ain't got no pension. So
your pension is your business.
Yeah, hopefully.
And you have to sell your business to realise your pension.
That's right. That's what I'm going to have to do. So at the same time, I'm going to. Somebody was saying it's about 5 to 7 times your profit. So I'm going to have to when it's time to go, I might have to turn it into more profit by doing certain things. You know,
profit is it, Peter?
Well, they said it's profit, but sometimes they just to let your pal know if they ever sell your business. I was told before they usually give a pound per pound of contract and 25 pence in the pound, and that was back then. So 25 pence in the pound for any job work you've done. But I would hopefully sell it to somebody that I could train and say, give me money and I'll train you.
You know, we mate Pat.
Well, Stephen, I can't hear you properly.
You know my mate Pat, the pest control guy?
Yes.
He's gone on his own. We can talk about it later. But
that would happen.
Eh?
I knew that would happen.
Yeah, he started officially 2 weeks ago, and he's like a new guy. He's so happy with what he's doing because he's his master. He's the master of all he surveys.
Yeah, because the thing is, with franchises here, guys, many people have tried a franchise in my industry, and it's never worked. They get trained, they come in, and then they grudge paying a fee every month because they turn around and say, what am I paying this for? Say, we took you into the industry, we showed you what to do, we marketed with our name for you, but later on they grudge paying it. They go, oh.
Yeah, but the reason that this happens to franchises is that they don't deliver the value that they promise.
Yes, yeah.
So we can go on to all sorts of discussions, but obviously,
I've heard that quite a lot actually. I know that one big franchise, there's a few of the franchisees taking them to court.
Yes. Yeah.
For not doing their bit.
Yeah, I get
that. And well, as I say, the worst that can happen to me is I can sell up and do a couple other things and come back. Because people used to say to me, what are you going to do for your retirement? I'll say a couple of mouse jobs a week. That'll take money in for me. But no, it's just told Pat that's the best thing he's probably done. He's his own man now, you know. I'm mega busy. I might even have to take on another part-timer, but it's not all about it. What I want from it now is money for me. I want more in my pocket now rather than continually putting it into the business and into the business and into the business. It's about me now. Anyway.
On that
note, Germany.
on that note, the final question of the day is from Kelly, and he has seen something about the Queen making gin. Is that true?
Yeah, it is.
I haven't
John,
heard it.
it's over to you.
Is the Queen making gin?
No.
I know the guy that's making it for her.
I think she might drink it, but I don't think she's making it.
No,
She doesn't grow enough potatoes to make the gin, does she? It's that time, isn't it?
Oh, I'm so disappointed
Aye?
because I just wanted to get things out of my system. You think I've done that?
A right ranting blurb today.
So
Anyway,
we have the end of John's.
it's the end of the show. So it's goodbye from the man below in Stoke-on-Trent.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye from the man diagonally down in Scotland, and let's hope he gets steam out before next week's programme. And then on my left is my good friend Stephen, who I will be back with at 4 o'clock this afternoon on the Inspired In video show.
Indeed.
It's goodbye from all of us. We promise to gag him next week. Bye.
We can but try.